wonderful section. I'm so excited to be here again. I'm your host from Sirleaf of the Youth Talk. The Youth Talk creates opportunity for potential young leaders to come and talk about issues affecting the youth of Liberia and not limited to only Liberia but youth around the world as well. So this is our 5th episode, and I'm happy to have for the first time 2 females who are really doing well. They're making impact in their various spaces, coming to talk about the topic for the discussion today. Women can lead everywhere, even in technology. Wow. So we just using the opportunity to embrace women into leadership and also be able to discuss the impacts women making in tech as well. So I will not talk for them, I'll make them talk for themselves. So I refuse to be here, and then for that way you introduce yourself. Anybody? Anyone ready to start? Let's start.
Okay. Firstly, I'd like to say good afternoon to everyone. My name is Amina Johnet Watson, and I'm the founder and program director of the Youth Partnership Hub Liberia. I'm so excited to be here today, and I want to say thank you to the organizers of this program, including every one of you, the technician, including you, the moderator, the host, and also my guests here that are joining me too on this program to discuss the team Women Can Lead in everything, everywhere, including technology. I'd like to say thank you to every one of you. And again, I say I'm excited, so much excited and happy to be on tour. I'm pleased to be here today.
Wow, that is nice. And we are honored to have you as well. Alright, let's hear from you, Melissa.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Melissa T.S. Powoe, the founder of the Transform Careers organization, and I'm so happy being here today. I'd like to say thanks to the entire team and also for those of you that are listening. Thank you so much for following the show, and I hope to give up my best today. Thank you.
You will. Yeah, you gotta give your best. Alright. We would like to know which institution, we'd like to know a little bit more about your institution, why you do, and then if there are upcoming projects from your institution.
Youth Partnership Hub Liberia is a conglomeration of emerging youth-led organization, and I say conglomeration because we are a body of local emerging youth-led organization, and together to bridge gap, explore opportunities, develop youth minds, and eradicate national ills. We have a motto that says, in union success is sure. And our team is drawn from the Sustainable Development Goal 17 that says partnership partnership to achieve the goal. We believe that in unity we are able to achieve a lot. So we came together, different organizations. We have the Sirleaf network, we have the Visionary for Change. We have a body of different organizations, up to 17 to 20 organizations. And what we do mostly is that we come together to celebrate the International Youth Day and International Peace Day. We also partner with our other organizations to champion different goals, to help them to champion different goals. We say that individually we have separate vision. One can say, okay, she's into girls education, girls empowerment. Somebody else can say, okay, I'm into climate justice. And another person can say, oh, okay, I'm into inequality. But the most important thing is that every one of us have one goal, and that goal is to see Liberia take a new turn. That goal is for us to rebuild the nation. That goal is for us to develop Liberia. So that's why we say in unity, we can achieve a lot.
Wow. All right. Yeah, Melissa. Anything about institution you want to share with our audience?
Okay, once again, I'm so happy being here. The Transform Girls organization is all about women. We do women empowerment, we advocate for girls and children, and we also help to send few less privileged children to school. So now our current partner, we are partnering with the Tusu Global Network, which is an online institution that promotes leadership, especially for women. They are there to network and connect with great leaders around the world. So we are partnering with them because we want to include women into leadership. And right now, our current event on hand, we usually celebrate the Menstrual Hygiene Day, which is slated for May 28, 2023, and we are planning to celebrate that day by hosting a fundraising dinner, wherein the money will be used to send 5 to 10 less privileged children to school. So that's
So you're hearing it for yourself. I mean, this is just to say that women are doing well. Yeah,
Sure.
we have a lot of young girls. We have a lot of young females that are doing a lot of extremely good things, making positive impacts and pushing Liberia to be better. And for example, you just heard Amina. She said how youth partnership hub Liberia is like bringing a lot of different institutions together to achieve the common goal, making Liberia a better place. And you also heard Elisa Powoe saying how Transform Girls are advocating for girls and giving their rights to them, and even sending less privileged children to school. So this is not a joke. This is not something we should overlook. This is something we should push beyond our measures and ensure that their efforts they are making be at the highest extent. So that's just something to throw a light on in the meantime. You spoke about your upcoming project, but I don't know if there are more. We want you all to really spread the message across. Are there projects you're putting in book, you're cooking right now, and you're about to do? Are there projects?
Okay, the Youth Partnership Hub Liberia has a lot of big projects, but none of them we have started working on for now because financially we have not reached that point yet. Let me say it like that. But what we always do every year is that we celebrate the International Youth Day. We would like to add another program to what we do every year, which is the International Volunteers Day. But that one I cannot speak much on it because it's still in the pipeline. We are still talking about it behind the scene. So right now, the only thing we have going on right now is the celebration of the International Youth Day, where we bring young people together, explore their talents. We bring youth activists together. This year, we are hoping to have a great program because we'll have all of the panel guests will be all youth in climate justice, in peace and reconciliation. We have we're expecting the lady that won the Teachers Award, Precious, to be one of our panel guests in education. We also expecting one of the UN ambassador for climate justice, and his name in person is Teddy Pinnacle Taylor. He's supposed to be one of our panel and guests too. And we're also hoping that the titles from the March for Justice in there too will be one of our panel guests. So that program is going to bring a lot of young people in the space. And if you have been following us, you'll notice that the program is well celebrated. A lot of young people attend. The first time we hosted the program, it was a community engagement because of the COVID-19. At that time, the government of Liberia have put some restriction policy in place that we couldn't meet in the space. So we had to take the program out in the community where we did a door-to-door awareness. We went to speak to the community people. The team was around full security. It was around full security. And if you follow the page on Facebook, you will notice that a lot of photos were posted. Young people turned up from the record, we had about 67 youth in the space, in the community, and the organizations were about 20 organizations that joined us in our program. And last year, which was solidarity, was creating a war of all ages. That was the theme. It was celebrated at the Adam Klein Resource Center, that where we hosted. We had a great panel discussion, and it was great. And we are preparing for this year, and we're hoping for the grace of God, if we have sponsor, we'll take it out of the river, because a lot of what we notice is that a lot of the things are celebrated here in Moserado, not giving the rural settlement, the young people in the rural settlement, a chance to participate.
In their country as Liberia.
Very good.
We all make Liberia.
Yeah. So
we understand point, and we're hoping.
I'm hoping.
And you get a sponsor that you need, and then we all can go there and enjoy ourselves making impact.
Yeah.
All right. So Melissa, are there upcoming projects other than the one you spoke on?
Yes.
Even if you're not planning to launch it soon, but in a partner, you're cooking it.
Yes.
Something you want to share? All right.
And for the closest one is, like I said previously, we are partnering with an organization that is called the Tusu Global Network, which is an online institution. We are trying to bring it to physical, wherein people can start to attend physical things right. So we just had a summit, an online summit, wherein we train individuals to be great leaders, especially women. We really encourage them. And then they have come out to say they want a physical graduation, which will be done on the 18th of this month. So that's our closest event now. Yes, and we are hoping to see the best of it, because we will be certificating them for their job well done. And I believe that will encourage and embrace more ladies to participate in leadership.
And that is the plan.
Yes.
Wow. Bring on your plan. All right. So these kind of initiatives are not easily just thought on and start to work about. So it must be mostly backed up by a situation, or it must be backed up by your desire to just make a change, to just be impactful, to just be that spark, that catalyst of positive difference. So this question is for our followers to know, was there a specific moment, or were there something being built with or born with to just, be inspired to be activists, be inspired to be a leader, more especially looking at the entire situation against women, but still going through saying, yes, I'm proud, I'm bold, as you stand up for myself, stand up for women, and then we all should believe that we can make impact in Liberia. Was there a specific moment that inspired you, or you were just born with that?
Okay, first I would say, some people say that leaders are born, and others say that leaders are made.
And we just talked about that on how
Yes. For me, I'm saying that leaders can be born, but you can also make yourself a leader if you have the qualities and all those inspiration to make yourself a leader.
Yes.
Firstly, I wasn't anyone at then. I used to be just an ordinary girl passing around. But then what I started to do, I got myself involved. I started attending programs, trainings that will help to build my capacity. And I started loving the entire field of leadership. Each time I attend programs, what motivates me most is that when I see females serving as guest speakers or they are facilitating programs, it really pleases me, and I somehow say one day I wish to be like this person. And I started to get myself involved, attending programs. Within a month, I attend programs like 3 times, and it doesn't cost a thing. I will always find time within my schedule just to be involved. So I started to get myself involved, and from that, most of my colleagues that are around me, when we all were down the line, they never thought I would be anywhere. So right now, I'm serving as motivation to others. So as I'm motivating others, it pushes me more to do more. So that's why we are coming up as an organization, partnering with this institution to push the leadership so that people can participate in leadership, most especially for women. And we also get engaged into that, especially for me. I'm getting involved in the leadership to help break the gender stereotypes in Liberia and the world at large. That women are not able to lead because of some reasons. So we are coming out as a new generation to break all those stereotypes, to convince the world that the future is female.
You just laid the basis of our entire discussion today. But let's hear from you, Amina.
My passion came from where I have this thought. You know, I was born during the war, and one time I sat by myself and I asked, what have I really enjoyed as a young person? What have I really enjoyed? Was there any time my parents took me to the playground? Was there any time I went for any youth jamboree, any youthful activities? No. All through the course of the war, there was a lot of traumatizing things that happened. The young people lost all the passion for growing that youthful stage. So one time my partner and myself were sitting down in a conversation, Clarence age code. We were talking from one thing to another, and most especially where we drew our anger from the Federation of Liberia. At that time it was led by what the guy himself. It was led by, it will come to my mind. So we were already on that campaign and saying that this leadership needs to go. He needs to leave because he had dragged the institution to the mud. In fact, the entire institution was dormant. So we were talking and I asked him, I said, Clarence, you know that when we put our hands together, we can do a lot. We can revamp the youth. We can make people know that there's still life in being a youth. And that was how we sat and talked about it. And the first time we launched the International Youth Day celebration was excited to see that a lot of people still want to be in that environment, want to be in a space where they can say, yes, I was in this space, I did it. What she said, she had to attend different programs because she saw herself in those things. And that's what we want to do. Want to change the atmosphere, want to have a new generation of young people who want to take initiative. I like to say who wants to participate in national development. It's not just us waiting for government to plan the international program or waiting for government to plan a big youth ceremony or big youth activities before we get involved in that. But it's us taking upon ourselves and planning, us taking upon ourselves and doing it by ourselves and making government to know that we ourselves can participate in national development.